let me ask y'all: do y'all consider DeJounte Murray a point guard or shooting guard at this point?
He's a point guard.
I consider him a shooting guard. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, and then like Anthony Simons, there's certain people I'm like, I consider Harden a 2 guard. Like, so okay.
You gave Harden a 2 guard?
Yeah, he's been a 2 guard. He just runs.
So then, what's Luka?
A point guard. He's always been.
Point guard.
Interesting.
He's always been a point guard.
Yeah.
But Harden used to be a 2 guard for the majority of his career.
Yeah, he's transitioned though to a point guard. I want. Let me see.
Yeah, but I mean,
I hear you though.
Yeah, no. Like they tried to say Brown was a point guard when I'm like, no, he's not. Shut up.
He was never listed, but he was listed as shooting guard at one point.
Yeah, KD too. KD came in the league as a shooting guard. Magic came in the league as a shooting guard.
And Brown was never listed in PG. That's a fact. A lot of people don't talk about Brown's shooting guard years in Cleveland.
Yeah. Early on, that's why I was so early on. Cats wouldn't even, you know what I'm saying?
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Train, as usual. Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. It's been a little evening. I gotta say, the setup was a little wild, but we're here now. Reese, how's everything going with you?
Hey, man. Holidays right around the corner. Hope everybody done their shopping. I know I still got to, but you know, we gonna get it. We gonna get it done.
Yeah, you got time. You got some time. Freddie, how's everything with you, man?
Hey, man. Ready to get it, bro. Listen. Some basketball on right now as we speak. It's about 10 games on. All right. I've been in sport mode all week, bro. Like you said, Christmas is right around the corner. There's some fire games going on this Christmas. Just to kind of follow off what he just said. But keeping it alone.
I got you. Well, look, I know that is definitely a Christmas Day activity, or at least a couple days before Christmas activity that a couple of people are going to be doing. So, you might want to get out there like tonight, tomorrow. Them presents going to be gone. At least the good ones. But I'm right there with you, fellas. So y'all will definitely see me. And ladies and gentlemen, before we start the show, it does hurt. But I'm a man of my word. If y'all watched the episode, y'all saw it drop. Reese did win the bet last time. We put 20 on the Lakers.
Reese
beat the Celtics. Fun fact. I feel like moral victory does go to the Lakers, though, because they were up like 15, 20, 30 points, and then they almost won. We almost won. So I'm just saying, congratulations, Reese. I ain't going to spend too much time on it, but I did want to give you credit because he ain't never state whether he wanted me to acknowledge it in the chat and give him the money then or now. So I just want to make sure we did it now. But
honorable.
Hey. But I do want to say, though, hit up the Lakers since they were the ones that lost. They might send you that 20 for me. I appreciate y'all. But look, wanted to do that quick, just like this, fellas. Quick takes. It's quick takes. Michael Parsons, Jalen Hurts. Micah said something that might hurt Jalen's feelings. Like, I'm end with the Eagles fan. Freddie, real quick, should Jalen Hurts feel any type of disrespect that Michael Parsons said this? Because he did try to say he's speaking from a football fan. He did say he's not the MVP. So,
do you think our quarterback is really the most valuable player?
Quarterback football?
Because they say like that's the MVP. Like the MVP war is based off of quarterback play. I can't say I can honestly put some of these quarterbacks in the MVP race. Like that is crazy to me.
Yeah, it's down to 2.
Mahomes
right
and Allen.
Josh coming back, but it's down to 2.
Who else would you put?
I'll probably put Hurts and Mahomes right now. End of the season.
It's hard for me to really speak on this.
Josh right there. Josh is probably right there in the bubble.
In a couple weeks. I don't want him to make me pay. I would say the Eagles' defense will be the MVP. I mean, that defense is...
The offensive line solid too, though.
No, the offense is raw, but their defense, the defense takes everything to a whole nother level. Because, understanding football, like, it's complementary. So, if you look at the Eagles, is it Hurts or the team?
I think it's a little bit of both, man. I think I think
It's system and team.
I think it's a little bit of both, man. Like, hey, this Eagles Cowboys coming up, ain't it?
Yeah, it's coming up. I'm not trying to make no enemies. I just love the game so much, and I understand it so much that like I can't. I like when things are off. I just can't like hold it in. Like I almost gotta say something. Like
Yeah, you're right. They got a great team, great defense.
but everyone has their own opinions. Like
That disrespectful, Freddie?
No, because they're division rivals. You got a defensive player going up against the offensive division rival. When you have a quarterback who is one of the top 15 quarterbacks as well, you got a dynamic offense as well. You're not supposed to give him any credit. Forget that. So that's just a natural defender's mind. I don't think the average defender will come out there and say something nice about the opposing player, team's quarterback, unless it's Tom Brady or Peyton Manning. So no, he shouldn't feel offended. It's part of the game.
We ain't got no sound, Trey.
Okay. All right, bet. Technical difficulties. We're back in business, though. So, Reese, Freddie, I did hear you, by the way, though, so I'll be on that. Reese, is it disrespectful as an Eagles fan to not consider Jalen Hurts an MVP or to say he's not the MVP? Because they've been playing pretty well, and he seems to be the catalyst.
I don't, like Freddie said, division rivals. You're in season. This ain't the time to be throwing compliments around. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's him not being the MVP. That's the knock. I think it's him being only a system quarterback and only benefiting from a great team. How many MVPs have we really had in football, especially at the quarterback position, who didn't have it kind of made around it? It's not a long list of guys who really, you know what I mean, who are just going up against, fire and brimstone every week, and that's why we're considering him the MVP. No, it's about who's winning, who's putting up the numbers, which Jalen Hurts is doing both of those things. And it's crazy. You usually only see like DBs and wide receivers really like throwing those little like scratches at people. So to see like an edge rusher go on a podcast and like talk, it was odd to me, honestly. But
But respectable.
I wouldn't say odd.
But respectable because
say
he has
odd
to back it up.
Because I wouldn't say odd, yeah, because like Michael Parsons also could be an MVP as well. I just thought it was a little disrespectful because again, Reese, to your point, he is putting up the numbers, but again, it's a divisional rival, so I guess I understand it. They will be playing December 24th, so we will see if Jalen Hurts rises to the occasion and can actually hurt Michael Parsons and the Cowboys. But we're gonna go on to the next quick take with Brittany Griner's return. We know she's returning to the U.S., and when I say returning, she's here. But congratulations. She stated that she's going to come back and play the 2023 season for the Phoenix Mercury. So what's your expectations of Brittany Griner? She has not really hooped in 9-10 months. Like, do you expect her to go back to exactly the way she was, or do you think it's going to be like a little small ramp up for her? We'll go, I would say we'll start with Reese.
I want to say there's definitely going to have to be a ramp up, obviously, when you don't play basketball, especially in that environment for that long of a time. And then also considering the environment that she's coming from, you know what I mean? You have to also keep that take that under consideration. But with her game kind of being a nice like pick and roll style big, a lot of her work really happening at the block, I think you kind of really, it's hard to lose that touch around the rim. So I think, she'll kind of keep that. I don't think we'll see like a huge drop in numbers or anything like that. But it's honestly, if she's there mentally and she can compete, I think she'll definitely be able to get it, like you said, after a decent ramp up.
Okay. Now, Freddie, let me ask you this. Do you feel like this is going to make the WNBA more popular going forward? And if so, how much more popular? Because you have a lot of people, whether you like her or love her, she's a polarizing player in sports now. Like, she was already one, at least in sports people's eyes, but to the casual fan now, she's elevated. So how much more impact do you think this is going to cause to the WNBA?
Well, I think it'll definitely bring some attention. Naturally, you're going to get more eyes. Any type of controversy causes others who've never, observe that field, that world, whatever the topic is, right? Causes unfamiliar people to go and check in and see what it's all about. So I think naturally, yeah, it will cause there to be a slight increase in viewers. Now, staunch supporters, so to speak, I'm not sure. And I simply say that because I think there needs to be a larger group of women supporters for women WNBA. I always felt that way. The easiest way to grow that sport is to have a larger support from that women demographic. And of course, the average woman in America or around the world isn't an avid basketball fan. So for sure on the front end, I think you will see some people tuning in to see what she does, how she plays, so on and so forth. But I hope that does carry on to having long-term residual impact to not just the Mercury, not just Brittany Griner, but the WNBA, as we all are avid fans of the WNBA. So, yeah.
Agreed.
And I'm expecting a great season from her because she wasn't injured; she was just gone. So,
right.
Good luck to her.
I'm hoping that with 5 months remaining, right, she can whip back into shape, and then of course you got to shake off the rust because you can train, but there's a difference between training and actually playing in the game. So I do expect a little shake off, but a little rust to shake off. But like you said, Reese, pick and pop game is what she developed. She's also 6'9". There's not too many players like that in the WNBA with like actual skill and who's pretty tenacious on the defensive end. I think she'll fit right in. So
right.
I think
Since she wasn't injured, bro, I think that's important too. The fact she wasn't injured, she's like I said, still as healthy as she was. At least we expect so.
Right. So, and I from a mental standpoint, that's more so what I'm worrying about. So I'm interested to see how she comes back mentally. But she's always seemed like a tough-minded gal. So, I'm rooting for BG. Not too much though, 'cause I'm still a Sparks fan now. So watch yourself. But we will go on to the final. We will go on to the final quick take, fellas. I just wanted to talk about that one real quick. But it is Christmas, so I feel like it's appropriate to say, if you had to choose, and this is out of any sport, give me your ultimate favorite Christmas matchup for this year, at least. This is for this. So, like, if you wanted to say Grizzlies versus Wolves, it has to be for like this season, not from 1974 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what would you be, Fred? We'll start with you.
Listen, man, I need to see KD versus Bron finally, man. It's been too long. Can we get a KD of Brooklyn Nets versus LA game where both teams are for the most part healthy, bro? On Christmas Day? Can we get that? We need it.
I think it would be nice
the last
to
time
see.
they played each other?
I think it was been like
years.
I have to check it.
Yeah, let's see.
Years.
Okay. Reese, what you got?
I'm gonna have to go with Cowboys Eagles. I'm gonna be honest. That's what, especially.
So you're getting your present then.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. I gotta go Duke versus UNC. Like, I'm sorry, y'all know I might be a bigger fan than I am a Laker fan, my boy. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I still rock with the Blue Devils. Because, it's just nice to see us go at it. Plus, we got to make up for that loss a little bit somehow, some way. But I just wanted to get that. I just wanted to get y'all thoughts on those. I do want to see KD versus Braun. I thought it was very wrong that they did not put Kevin Durant on an NBA Christmas game.
Or your Lakers.
You said what?
Or your Lakers. Absolutely.
What you mean?
Y'all ain't playing on Christmas either, right?
We play the Mavs.
Do y'all?
Yes.
You sure?
Did I get that wrong?
Yeah, for some reason I thought you weren't playing Christmas. Okay, I would be happy if that's the case for sure. For some reason,
yeah, we're playing. Yeah, so the lineup is Grizzlies versus Warriors.
Okay.
Philly versus Knicks. Bucks versus Celtics. Lakers versus Mavs. And Suns versus Nuggets.
Fire. Okay.
But no Nets.
Okay. So I feel a little better then, because I thought we weren't getting KD, and I thought we were getting
No.
So we're getting the Lakers, and we're getting my Knicks. Christmas is good.
Also, I just want to give a quick update. Robert Williams just caught a lob and dunked the ball beautifully. Just want to put that out.
Attaboy. He's on my fantasy team. Appreciate you. We going to the chip.
So he got a catch and a dunk?
Yep.
One catch, one dunk in fantasy?
Yep.
No
We're
funky.
gonna get some blocks and rebounds. Little, we gonna be good. We gonna
Get
be
a tackle
proud
as
of y'all.
well.
But what we're gonna do though is watch a couple highlights, ladies and gentlemen. So hope y'all all sit tight. It'll be the Grizz versus the Bucks, but hope you all enjoy it. So take care.
Physical basketball teams. The thing about it is physical for guys that are still able to be athletic while being physical.
Dylan against Middleton, leans in and banks. Makes both free throws. Grizzlies a 4-point lead. Morant a 3 over Carter. Bingo. Conchar, Lopez screen. Santi Aldama is in. Bobby Portis is on for the Bucks. Conchar's got to look at a 3. It's through.
Puts them in a nice position to get a W.
Pat Connaughton also on the floor for the first time tonight. Fade away by Giannis. I made sure to say hello to Pat Connaughton. Got a hearty go Irish from him. Morant. Yes. Nice. Roddy on a run out against Connaughton. Lays it up. Manufacturing something off the offensive glass. Adams with 3 blocks already. Beat Portis. Goes to the rim and jacket. Morant on a push. Grizzlies trying to play with tempo. A corner 3 by Tyus. That's in. Aldama. Morant, speed dribble, goes right at George Hill, and down to 10. Hill, deep through Lopez, a bad miss from 3, and the rebound to Morant, already his 6th of the game. A Tyus triple. Yes, sir! Connaughton hits
Aaron back on the floor there. Brandon will guard Giannis.
Tyus for 3 again. Good again. Shot clock down to 4. Clark working his way into the paint. A turning happens. Would you believe a 20-point lead already? Giannis sets his feet, lines up a 3, puts it in.
In the right position.
Dylan again to the rim. And flips it up and in. Free throws. Nice. Speed dribble. Zaire to the rim. Middleton off the curl. Dump down. Giannis.
They're playing right now. He's a great spacing. Also, great job of building a wall, getting those rebounds around.
With John Morant on the bench. Shot clock down to 5. Roddy. Tough turnaround. He hit it.
Shooting here tonight.
Well, the very hospitable home crowd here at FedEx Forum counted it down for him. Morant's 3 is a miss. Roddy off the bounce. Half hook banked it in. And the shot clock down to 8. Morant still against Lopez. Puts it on the deck. On the ball by. Tried for the big slam. Drew a foul. This will be on Bobby Portis. His 2nd foul. Or improvisations. On Morant, pull-up triple. Adams takes it.
And the person that does the posting up, you said
Morant down the lane. Sent from the floor. Grizzlies outscoring them in the paint 42-16. Morant hangs and banks it in.
best players.
The Canadian provocateur. There it is. Provocateur. Lob for Adams. And with the presence of Drew Holiday, I should say, could have presented this. Antetokounmpo finds an open Javon Carter. And he hits a cent on the road. And they're down to 31% tonight. Morant weaving, hanging, banking.
Here's his defense.
Dylan for 3. Bang.
Brooke Lopez, so he can't get to the basket.
Adams, backdoor cut, Concha, the reverse layup is
And taking on the one-on-one matchup with him personally.
Antetokounmpo, Middleton, first bucket of them to Javon Carter. Carter, pull up 3, forcing a turnover, lead pass, Morant, little show and go, a look away, Aldama, yes to the foul.
Have success.
Portis, an open look for a 3, and Milwaukee starting to find the ring.
Can play their game and have success.
Portis, an open look for a 3, and Aldama drives against Antetokounmpo. A no-look setup, an Aldama 3 is through. Bound. So that's the double-double. Still needs a couple of assists. Santi, help him out. He does. 42-point lead. Beauchamp, another 3. One of only a handful of players to have multiple triple-doubles this year.
Oh, there it is.
Lobs it up, and there it is. A triple.
Use as the season goes along. You watch Noir. He has a skill set and size that they can use.
Tyus, high arcing floater. Chandler on a throwback. Zaire against A.J. Green. Spins up, under, and puts it.
At this point, in 26%.
87 fast break points. Laravia up, under, hooks it in. Milwaukee. Grizzlies looking for the bring the house down highlighting. department working overtime. Nuara for 3 here tonight, leading by as many as 50. 86 paint points, 80 bench points by the Grizzlies.
All right. So, look, I hope y'all enjoy that game. We did, definitely. But, look, we don't want to harp on that one too much, though. We're going to talk about, well, the best team in the West. Now, it might not be based on the standings because that's the Grizzlies. But these Pelicans, oh, my God. There you go. Third time the charm. Are they the best in the West? Again, they were number one for a little quick second. But they've been doing pretty well. They beat the Suns, which, you know, a couple teams have. So now I know people don't have the Suns pegged at the top no more. But last year we saw what they did to the Suns in the playoffs. And, you know, the Suns made some noise. So now they have Zion back. And he's been playing. And he looks healthy. He looks good. And they're doing this without Brandon Ingram.
Right.
So I'm like, that's pretty scary, bro. Like,
Right.
and they've had other injuries outside of him too. So I mean, like, Freddie, let me ask you this. Are you worried about the Pelicans becoming a dynasty?
Oh, I wasn't prepared for that question. A dynasty, no.
Okay. It can make it at all?
Trey,
I know.
Come on. Trey, come on. That is.
Wait a
Right,
minute.
look, we're already, listen. Imagine a world where Zion.
The banner says best in West.
I hear you, but hey, I'm just saying, if they at the top and they're young, like Zion and T.I. are fairly young, if they can remain healthy and they're at the top right now, that might be all right. Since that might be too far-fetched, are they the best in the West then?
No.
Are they the best in the West?
No.
No? Who do you have higher than them? Just list the team name. The team name.
Memphis.
That's it? That's the only team?
Well, there's multiple teams, but Memphis.
What other team?
Well, so I'm judging off this. If they were to play teams in the playoffs, the teams that I think would beat them in a 7-game series, Memphis, I think the Clippers still would. I think actually LA will beat them in a 7-game series as well. And then you have those teams as like a toss-up. I think Portland and Phoenix both will be, or Phoenix. Portland and Phoenix, will both be toss-ups. So as they're a great story right now, I think they're tough. I think they can make it to the finals. But when you're talking about money and them in a series, one of these teams, there's a lot of teams I'll pick to beat them in a 7-game series. So.
Okay. Now, Reese, I see you shaking confidently, and it seems like you're not on board with them becoming a dynasty. So what's your trepidation with them not, I guess, being the favorite? Because I hear you, Freddie, on those teams being able to win, but, like, I might peg them over. I might peg the Pelicans over the Clippers, over the Suns, over the Blazers. I understand why we might be a little tough, but right now, point in time, I could see these Pelicans. So, Reese, what's your biggest issue with them?
I think my biggest issue is Zion staying on the court. Like you said, because we're talking about how well they're playing without Brandon Ingram. We talk about kind of the injuries and everything like that that's going around. Like, we still have not seen a legitimate, like, 60-plus game season out of Zion. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I can't peg them the best or even on their way to a dynasty until I see their best player play 60-plus games.
Okay. Let me ask you guys this. Is Zion the best player on his team or the second?
Zion is the most dominant player on his team. Brandon Ingram is probably the best. Does that make sense?
Okay. So then,
Freddie, does that make sense?
Take off. So then take off.
Makes sense, but I don't have an answer to that. Honestly, I don't have an answer to that.
Yeah.
That's a tough question.
All right. Well, listen, so just follow me there. Take off every team in the West most dominant player, right? So, like, and then compare them to the Pelicans. How do the Pelicans stack up? Because I feel like we saw that Pelican, that team that I'm talking about right now, get to the playoffs last year and go up against a really talented Suns team. So for me, like I don't know, bro. Like, I think they might be the best team in the West. Cause
bro, I think you miss it. They had C.J. McCollum and Valanciunas as well, though. C.J. McCollum.
But Freddie, that doesn't. What does that have to do with the question? I said take off the most dominant player, and they have the best team. Like that's what I'm saying. So you're kind of helping my point out.
You were saying take off Zion, though, right?
Yeah,
So
take off Zion, but take off like the most dominant player for every team. So for the most dominant player on the Lakers, would that be AD or would that be LeBron James?
AD.
Well,
all right, so take off 8.
I'm still putting the Grizzlies above him though, because we were just talking about. I mean, how many?
So the most dominant player, the most dominant player on the Grizzlies is who?
Ja.
Okay, so take off Ja Morant.
Yeah.
You still feel like the Grizzlies are going to beat the Pelicans?
They won 80% of the games.
I'm lost now. Yeah, that's why I'm confused. I don't know what
like he's saying. No, he's saying like team without with the absence of their best player. What does the team really look like? Like, could they still?
Okay, got you. So,
right. Yeah.
My father thought he was like referring to Pelicans last year without Zion going up against Phoenix.
No, I was saying I
okay.
was when I was saying we've seen what that team looks like. That's why I was saying we've seen a sample size of that because you removed Zion. So if you pair that team up against, let's say, you go up against the Suns without D-Book because he's their most their most dominant player. Is that fair to say, or would it be Ayton? Like
I've never thought the Suns were like the best team in basketball. Like I just thought don't get me wrong, regular season they won the games. Like you can't deny their record, but like top to bottom in terms of roster, like I gave a lot of credit to the top of their roster. Is what I'm saying for them winning those games in terms of team, and that's the question you're asking, right? Like in terms of the team. Aside from the top of the roster, what does it really look like? And I think the Grizzlies are the only people in the West that are as deep as the Pelicans, I would say.
Would you say Portland is somewhere around there as well?
Well, I guess
Portland has Clippers.
No,
Clippers in Portland. You look at their roster, bro, and
I think Portland would be a little too young.
So Kawhi
doesn't matter though.
Actually,
because Memphis is super young as well.
You know what? I'm probably going Grizzlies, Trailblazers, and Clippers. Because when you think about it, the Clippers were without Kawhi, who I would say is their most dominant player. And I mean, PG and the crew.
Would Kawhi be
even without Kawhi
player
last year?
Now, would PG be the most dominant player? Because right now, I say PG.
No, well, PG said that Kawhi is the 1A. So I can't.
I hear you. I hear you. But that's like on rolls, and that's what you're hoping Kawhi can get to. But right now, point in time, PG's better than Kawhi right now.
They gave Kawhi the ball. They gave Kawhi the ball to hit the buzzer beater against the Hornets the other day. I just feel like if PG felt like he was that guy, then I'm coach. Draw me up for the play. You know what I mean? This guy ain't even been playing.
That is a fair point. That is a fair point. Do you take into consideration that it's the Hornets? So maybe that's like a game where you can get a practice clutch bucket shot in, like, because again, it's the Hornets, Reese. They're in the Wemby lottery. I'm just saying.
No, I don't think we can do that because we have to go on history and discredit a lot of game winners and so on.
Yeah.
So
okay. All right. That's fair. Okay. All right. So point blank period.
I like how you. So if we're talking just the league, then who do y'all think has the best roster in the league? Without, I guess, take off the most dominant player. I'm not gonna say it's the Celtics, but I mean. Jaylen Brown, I'm just saying, top.
Hey,
13.
Freddie, you know what's crazy? This was about the West, and he still brought up the Celtics. Like,
always finds a way.
It's always.
Sorry, everybody.
It's always.
Like Skip Bayless talking about LeBron, he always finds a way to bring him into the conversation.
It never fails.
Hey,
look, ladies and gentlemen, hope y'all all enjoyed that segment, but we're gonna transition on. So before we do that, y'all can have some highlights. So I hope you sit tight and enjoy them.
Their key players. The Celtics win the tip, and the Celtics are back out. Thompson goes around a screen, jump shot, got it. In those finals, not a single game was decided by single digits as Blake Griffin throws it up and in. Poole finds some room behind the arc. Jordan Poole Smart gets behind the arc. They're the best three-point shooting team. Curry finds Kevon Looney. Looney to Green. Green can't get it to fall. Looney battles, rebound, and put back. A couple of years ago. He hasn't played a lot. Hasn't played a lot of minutes when he's played. As Looney banks it on.
Extend too far out on the floor, which I think plays to his strength.
That's a top 10 in three-point percentage. The Celtics do. Poole trying to draw another foul. Misses the shot. Klay Thompson on his stretch. Consistency of what he's done so far this season. His three-pointer is good. The NBA. Brown's just under 27 again. And Thompson cuts and finishes on a nice beat. Brogdon will try this one and nails it. To Michael Green, Moses Moody, and Dante DiVincenzo out there with that man. Curry knocks down a three. They have struggled this year. Just 2-11 on the road. Curry gets inside. Layup as good as it. Brogdon, plenty of room. That's a three. From Brogdon, clock turned off. No fouls to give here for Boston. How's it guarding Curry? Long distance Curry. Hits a three at the buzzer. Steph Curry ends the first in dramatic fashion. Warriors just 3 for 14 from downtown. Brogdon gets in the paint, goes right at your Michael Green, the strength of Mountain. Brogdon, hesitation move, gets to the rim. How can Brogdon? 10-point lead for the Warriors. Smart. It's inside. His floater is good. Jaylen Brown rises for a three. That's good. Brown from 43-point performance in Game 4. He missed all 9 three-pointers. Stolen by Tatum. Tatum to Brown. Brown up to Tatum for the slam. Draymond Green throws it up. And a layup. Decide to pass it to Looney. Somehow gets back to him. Thompson catch, fires, and hits a three-pointer. Curry gets away from Brogdon and draws the foul. And count it. Smart out to Brown. Brown tries to pull back, spins. Boy, that's a tough turnaround shot. It's good as well. Stolen by Tatum. On the double team on Curry. Tatum up to Brown for the Thompson. Stolen by Smart. Brogdon 2-on-1. Feeds Brown. Left-handed banks it. Largest lead was 11. Curry, long distance. It's good. Steph Curry from way downtown. Lead for Golden State was 11. Curry drives on Smart. Turns, fires, scores.
The Looney and Green set great screen
Curry from downtown
in the NBA.
Tatum finds some room, gets to the rim, banks it.
He's comedian. Well, I mean, his second job.
Okay, thank you. Draymond Green, a little push shot hit. Poole releases again and throws it down. Some great offensive talent. Kuminga fell down. Brown trying to take advantage. Kuminga tips it to Curry. Curry ahead. Thompson catch, fires, connect. A little chaotic sequence here. Smart nearly lost it. Tatum a three-pointer. That's good. Jason Tatum. 3 on the 24. Poole against Brogdon. Poole drives, falling away. It's good. Leaving his team on. Push it up the floor. Backdoor cut and finish. Kuminga calling for it. Looking to post up Tatum. 5 on the shot clock. The spin move. Leans in. Blocked by Tatum. Kuminga gets it back. Brown tries again. Kicks it out. Smart. Corner 3. That's good. Curry the drive. Off balance. Gets it back and backs it up. Pulls it away. Shot's good. Scott Foster said it was deflected. Curry. Stolen by White. Marcus Smart gets in the paint. Back out to Brown. Brown a three-pointer. It's good. Tough shot from White. Couldn't get it. Tatum mistimed the jump. DiVincenzo to Poole. Poole down low to Draymond Green for the slam. On the drive on Williams. Fakes. Leans in. Shot no good. Right to Looney. Almost like a pass all night long. Curry sets. Fires. Three-pointer. Curry maneuvers, steps back, two-pointer, got it. 20 remaining. Thompson with the left hand off the glass. Vonleh picks it out.
anticipation. Kuminga gets inside at the Chase Center. They're 11-6 in their last 17 games. And their defense was terrific here tonight against the #1 offensive team in the NBA.
All right, so I hope y'all enjoyed that one. Reese, I know he enjoyed that one because it was the Celtics versus the Warriors. So I'm glad you got your thumbs up for that one. See how to set them up for that one. Hey, but look, we're going to go a little old school. Right? Like, for example, Freddie old school. I know you always appreciate this one, right? Why is this not working? Chill out.
Crazy transition, Freddie. He called you old, then said you and the old people was
Freddie old school. I know you're gonna appreciate this. Freddie old as hell.
You and all the old folk, y'all gonna enjoy this one, Freddie. Let's go to the next.
Man, Fred got the orthopedic sneakers from AARP.
I guess take two. I guess.
Oh wait, no. Freddie, don't let him do it. Duck.
Hey, Freddie old.
Back from the technical difficulties, I guess. We just go jump right on into it to the old school. Hopefully this works.
Yeah, after senior
so we have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Ja Morant, two studs, right?
Look
now,
like.
Ja's throwing up 28 points and Shai's throwing up 31. But they dominating in the paint. Both of them are top 10. And to be more specific, Ja number 7 with 14.5. And then, Shai's doing actually better than Ja, surprisingly. He's number 4 at 14.9. So that's a wide margin right there. Do you feel like, Freddie, that the old school is going to come back in style? Because, Steph, Jordan Poole, Trae Young, all them, they throw that thing from the opposite side of the court. So, I mean, that's the sexier game. Like, Tyler Hero just made 9 threes back-to-back in back-to-back games. Like, do you think because of Shai and Ja, maybe the old school game is going to come back for the guards?
I don't think it ever went anywhere. If you look at just who's won outside of Golden State, again, Golden State kind of broke the game, so to speak, right? You look at who's won championships over the past, let's say, 10 years, right? It's not the teams who got the guards who are just pulling up from everywhere. It's a team who got guards that can get downhill, who can create, rebound, do all those things, defend. Outside of Golden State again, you look at like last year, Brooklyn couldn't win because they didn't have one of those guards, right? It was like, okay, keep Dragic in, let him run your offense, right? They played better with Dragic in the game versus Boston. Boston has those type of guys. They have a Marcus Smart who doesn't need to come down and pull threes every trip and so on and so forth. Marcus Smart's defense, he rebounds, he posts up, he get to the cup, he'll hit timely threes. Like, so it never went anywhere. Even with the Miami series, right? Miami had a Kyle Lowry, a Jimmy Butler who handles the ball a lot. Toronto, it's so many teams, Toronto, so on and so forth. So again, I don't think it ever went anywhere. I still think the winning teams, Drew Holiday for Milwaukee a couple years ago, you go talk about the Lakers in the bubble championship, right? They had a post player in AD. They had a big, strong wing, and they had a point guard named Rajon Rondo that isn't an elite three-point shooter, but he can facilitate, defend, rebound, do all those things like a traditional point guard. And even Steph this year he played better going to the hoop. He was able to be stopped in the past because you run him off the line, and you pretty much did your job if you did so. Now Steph is coming downhill against Boston in the finals, getting to the hoop right hand, left hand, right? Taking the contact, so on and so forth. So I even appreciate that from Steph. So I know that's a pretty long answer, but again, I'm saying all that to say it never went anywhere. It was just that everybody was so caught up in looking at Golden State and how they won that they didn't realize that the reason why a lot of teams did not win is because they were trying to play like Golden State instead of playing the winning style of guard or winning style of basketball in general.
Okay, so Reese, let me ask you this then, because like I said, excuse me, both guards, right? Both guards are pretty big stars, I should say, in the league. Ja's obviously a bigger star in terms of like being well known than Shea, but whose style do you tend to lean more so toward, or lean more towards, Shea or Ja? Because like I said, both are dominant, 14.5 versus 14.9. But do you believe more in Shea's game because since he's higher, or is it Ja?
So I'm gonna go with Mr. Gilgeous-Alexander, and the reason is that, and it's funny, right? Ja is a freak of an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Shy is 6'7". So, matched up against the guards that they are matched up against, it's not going to be many that can stop them anyway. You know what I mean? Once Ja gets in the air and once Shy gets below the free throw line, if you don't have big help for either, then they're going to score on whoever your guard is because they're most likely 6'3", 6'2". You know what I mean? They're not going to be able to stop them once they get into their rhythm. But I'm going to go with Shy just because I just feel like on all three levels, he's kind of got it figured out in a different way than Ja right now. It's just like, I just don't think there's a way. Like, I don't think you can necessarily stop either of them based on how they're playing right now. But I think, like I said, because Shy is 6'7", I just think he has an edge. No matter who is switched on to him, he can kind of like still body up on them and kind of get to where he wants to. That's just kind of how I look at it. Just because from a height standpoint, aside from
I do hear you. I do hear you on the height standpoint. And when you said 6'7", I was like, whoa, because I thought he was 6'5", but I went on to I went to look and I saw he's like 6'6". So like that, he's taller than Ja either way, right? Like because he got taller for me as you were talking about. So I'm like, that's pretty crazy. But Ja's athleticism is wild. Like when you look at Ja Morant, right? You think of Michael Jordan, how he's able to just float in the air and kind of just get that extra elevation that can just get the shot off. Like he was able to do that with ease against the Warriors, and I'm like, dang, that's pretty tough. Because that Warriors defense was pretty smooth. Freddie, let me ask you this then. Same question. Who do you believe more in terms? Are you Shy or Ja? Do you believe in the lanky, taller player or the athletic freak of nature athlete?
So it's normally the former, but for this specific, I'll go with Ja. Respects to Shea, but Ja has gotten the shot now. His 3-point shooting has gotten significantly better, and like you said, you can't stop him going downhill already. Now you can't sag off of him. That's scary. So I'll say Ja just because of how far along his 3-point shooting has came, and also he make timely buckets as well. So,
and I think too, old school hoops. Like I think 3-level scorers are taking over the game right now.
Yeah.
Like if you can score on all 3 levels, and I feel like in that kind of that Jordan going into the 2000s era, that's really what it became. Right? I mean, you could even say back in 85, 86, it was like that too. I mean, if you were a 3-level scorer, you know what I mean? If you were a 3-level scorer, you were kind of looked at as a hot commodity. Also, because now everybody talks about like the 3-and-D wing. You know what I mean? But in truth, if your best player most likely scores on all 3 levels.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Kawhi's, Devin Booker's, KD, Bronze, for sure, 1,000%.
Like
Ja has just ascended to.
Yeah, I think Zion is probably one of the most dominant players who I would say right now isn't a 3-level scorer.
He got to shoot more threes, though, man. He cut back on the 3-point shooting this year. It's weird.
Right, and AD actually cut back on his too, but he will be another one who I say was definitely, I would like in the bubble, I would have considered him a 3-level scorer. Now it kind of looks like he's kind of digressing a little bit, I guess, kind of back to just mid-range and low post. Like once it gets the ball around the rim, you can't really stop him from going up. I'm all for, you know what I mean, what's going to put the ball in the basket at the highest percentage, you know what I mean? Whatever.
There you go, right.
It's complicated. Like, that's like the other day, Giannis goes 1 for 15 on jump shots and still scores 30.
30, right.
Yeah. So you're telling me you could have had 50 but you decided to practice shooting during the game. I mean, hey, you get to practice in somehow.
Right.
You gotta get your practice in somehow.
During the game, yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta get your practice in somehow. When you know you got a comfortable 15-point lead, you can throw up a couple BS shots, and you know what you're gonna do? Once they score, you just go dump the ball, and you're back in it. So,
that's a fact. Good point.
Nah, okay. So hold on, real quick. Can y'all hear? Is there an echo for you guys?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, so long story short, then we got Shay for Reese, Ja for Freddie. Oh my gosh, I gotta be the tiebreaker. If I'm talking about all around bucket, I might go Shay just because, like you said, I think, well.
It's a tough one, bro. It's a tough one.
Yeah, because Josh shoots a better percentage, but he shoots 2 more than Shay. I think Shay's a more skilled player.
Inside that 3-point line.
I think Shay's a more skilled player, and if you're talking about longevity, I would have to lean on Shay a little bit. Because like the way Ja is reckless. I think that might be longevity would be my deciding factor.
Yeah, Shay just hasn't won anything from me yet. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel that.
Giving the young boys respect. That's all. But yeah, Shay's a monster. Let's not discredit Shay anymore.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna talk about what they've accomplished like in terms of career, just more so as a player. Real quick, just the name, no reasoning. If you're talking about in the paint, because again, both of them were leading in the paint, who would y'all go with?
In the paint?
Yeah, solely in the paint.
Okay, but where? Okay,
Ja.
I'm gonna question your question on where is Ja jumping from?
In the paint, like what you
mean? I'm saying we're talking about he in the paint and then he jumps.
In the paint.
So he's not jumping from the free throw line and then scoring at the basket. So I'm saying like, is it okay? Okay, I'm gonna go with Ja. I'm probably gonna go. Because you what's the man? The man got in the air the other day and looked like he was about to dunk it and then just set it in the wrist. Because yeah.
I get that. Because like I said, it reminds you of Jordan. Just because y'all said Ja, I'm gonna give Shay some love. Because again, he is number 4 on the list. He is beating Ja by 0.4 points. So I'm just saying. But I hear y'all though. It's a tough one. But like I can't be mad at that one. But look, ladies and gentlemen, we will transition on into the next highlight. So you saw the Celtics beat the Warriors. No, I'm sorry. That's crazy. I got that La La Land. The Warriors beat the Celtics. There you go. We're going to see the Wolves play the Clippers next. So hope you all stay tuned for that one.
They blitz Edwards. Nice cross-court find to Kyle Anderson. Skips into the lane. D'Angelo Russell out with a swollen ankle. Leonard with the pump fake. Got it to hands it off to Anthony Edwards. Snakes the screen. Fires the deep ball. Kawhi into the paint. Nice fake. Morris switches on to Edwards. Boy, what a great way to split the double. Anthony Edwards in a row. How do they get back in rhythm here?
And to me, it's putting Rudy Gobert in the bigger player for a long time. I like the way he's still seeking a way to get better at everything.
Just joining us, Kawhi Leonard on the bench with 2 quick fouls. George launching, but Anderson's got to get busy. Noel for 3, and drains it. Edwards showing help. Covington, bounce pass inside, and then Austin Rivers with the blow by, everything but the layup. Here's Batum. Dart wide open for 3.
Head coach just says to you, shoot the basket. So you're not even thinking about it.
Tied at 25. Jackson got 5 more, got the layup.
Between takes. He wanted to play one-on-one with guys. He wasn't just there just to do it.
There's Paul George, guarded by McDaniels. Rivers almost had a steal. Bernard at the other. But he got it back. Anderson. Gobert slams him.
That plays at a slow pace, but he sees it in a slow pace. And again, McDaniels defensively to Batum. But a different story this year for Minnesota. Rivers back out to Edwards. Got into the paint, raises up through the contact. Here's Morris out of the timeout, one-on-one against Edwards. Got him up in the air. Still on Nikola. Still on Jokic. Yes. Wide open Jackson. Got it. Edwards, is he doing anything different against the double teaming scheme? Well, very big underneath the rim. Once he sets the screen and dive, they are allowing him to catch. Jackson coming back the other way. George. Morris Sr., the three. Which team will be able to get it and sustain it? Batum hanging in tonight. On the roll. Watch more work out in Stan Remy's gym down in Miami this summer against a bunch of NBA players. Edwards knocks down the mid-range. Soda back in front.
And that's what you want. That's where in a timeout you draw it up so you allow him to see it by putting it to board. And it becomes easier.
Leonard double team. Now Rivers one-on-one. Good help by Anderson. Who had his career high 39 against Rudy Gobert. Anderson turned the corner, and he tied at 71. A little ISO on the wing for Kawhi. Light work, clear it out for him. No help. And one more to Kennard from deep. Nuggets caps the night. Every year, some of the association's best. And never too much.
Okay, I see what you did there.
Leonard with the mid-range. They bring Edwards over to help out on the low block. Covington. Wide open Kennard. That's the wrong guy.
I want that. That's a good thing to have.
That visual is for those of you that to win anyway.
I'm not going to put this guy in position to get hurt moving forward.
They still got another all-star out there in Paul George. Batum got it. They've been double-teaming him all night. McDaniels. Tough catch in traffic to 11 again. And Batum with the steal to George. Oh, what he had the Nuggets on skates tonight. Enough to build a 16-point lead. Anthony Edwards watching from the bench, 6 of 14 tonight for him. He had 19. The Clippers will run it out. And that'll do it. Los Angeles Clippers win it 99-80.
All right. Hope y'all all enjoyed the highlights. You know, something slight. Fellas, we just going to cut straight on into it because this is a wonderful list. The NBA does have a whole bunch of awards, right? We just going to rattle them off, make sure that came off. But there you go. Working with a new monitor here, so, you know, just got to make sure it came up properly. So there were some new NBA awards, right? But like I said, I'm going to list off 13 that I've found. I just want to talk about real quick. It don't have to be a long conversation. But currently, we have the MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, the Sixth Man of the Year, Most Improved, Clutch Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, Executive of the Year, Social Justice, All-Star MVP, Conference Finals MVPs, Finals MVPs, and then, of course, the logo. So, you all see the awards, right? Like who all are now them. My listing, though, I feel like it should be this. For the MVP, should be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Defensive Player of the Year, DK Mutombo. Rookie of the Year, Wilt Chamberlain. Sixth Man of the Year, Jamal Crawford. Although I do understand why they gave the Havlicek, because you're trying to make sure that you pay, you know, tribute to players beforehand. So because of that, I would give it to Havlicek. But for me personally, I'll give it to Jamal Crawford. Most Improved, Scottie Pippen. I'm just saying. Clutch Player of the Year, Michael Jordan. We got to give him right there. Coach of the Year, Phil Jackson. You know who he is. Executive of the Year, Jerry West. And then Social Justice, Bill Russell. All-Star MVP, Kobe. Conference Finals, I'm good with Larry and Magic. Finals MVP, Bill Russell. And then the logo, Kobe beating Bryant. Fellas, let me start off with this, because my Most Improved, this one I was the most shaky on. I put Scottie Pippen, it's George Mikan, and George Mikan never won a Most Improved award, just for a fun fact out there. It didn't start until in the 80s. what do y'all think about Scottie Pippen winning that award? I feel like he doesn't get any flowers at all, really. So I gave it to him because I feel like he did improve at least, and no one really saw him being this great at his start. So, what's y'all thoughts?
Freddie, you go ahead.
I like the Alvin Robertson Most Improved Player Award.
Because of the first one?
Because of, the inaugural, right? But also, same with what you said for Scotty, he don't get enough credit. Alvin Robertson had a crazy career, bro. I just don't think it's talked about enough. So I think, one, like I said, I feel like with a lot of these awards, they're honoring past players and pioneers. So it scratches that. But also, just if you look at what he did from that, I think 10 points per game to 18 and so on and so forth, and still Defensive Player of the Year, what else he did going in his career, I think it's appropriate to do an Alvin Robertson Most Improved Player Award.
Okay. Reese, what's your thoughts?
This is kind of how I feel about all of the awards, kind of finding new names and everything. I think it's tough, right? Because you can say like they are honoring one person, and then it's kind of like it's too soon to call it for this person. I just kind of feel like just leave them most improved. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like the Kia MVP. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whoever's paying for it, I feel like they should just get the name.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you just kind of go like that. Like, I don't really think it should be after a player. And, I'll be honest, I mean, come on. The Michael Jordan MVP award, not giving him the clutch award doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like, I don't know. What, and then, I don't know. I don't mind.
That's why I had to give it to him.
I don't mind the, new awards. They're even doing a regular
season. The Ray Allen Clutch Award.
I thought about
Reggie Miller Clutch Award.
Reggie Miller. And this is what the trophy should be.
Ron, hey. Can we give the Ron Artest Clutch Award?
I got PTSD, bro. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I feel about all of them. I mean, I think until, I don't know, because I feel like with the game and how it's evolved so much, kind of how, it's always been media-driven for the awards regardless. There are the guys who are getting the votes. It's not like fans are voting or anything like that. So it's kind of like, you kind of got to just let the game keep growing. And like you said, George, the award wasn't even a thing when Michael was playing. How do you name it after him? He never received it.
Right.
That's a great point, bro.
So let me ask you guys this, because I think with them changing the awards, I think it also allows for the ability for them to change the logo. So is this now the proper time to change the logo? And if so, can we make it Kobe? Because I mean, Jerry West, Kobe Bryant, they flow with each other. You know what I'm saying? So. Do you guys think we can now realistically change the logo to Kobe Bryant?
I would. Why not? I don't have any argument with that. I think we could have been changed it. I don't even think we needed to change all the awards. I think once Kobe retired, give it about a year or two, and just been like, hey, you earned this, partner. I mean, just
I think if you... I think the reason why he gets it now is because of his passing.
I'll be honest, I was with prior too.
You said Jordan might have gotten the nod over Kobe for the logo. I can see Jordan get that.
Kobe was Jordan on steroids, as Shot said.
You said what?
I said Kobe was Jordan on steroids, as Shot said. And I agree with that. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like don't get me wrong. I'm respect to the GOAT. But Kobe was right there.
I get you. It's definitely a discussion.
Yeah. And I feel like MJ could have gave it. I mean, have a conversation. Look, MJ, you want to be the logo, or we gonna give it to Kobe? He'll probably be like, give it to my little brother. Yeah. You know what I mean? I just feel like he would have did that.
I feel that. I can see that. Okay. I got you. Well, those are the ones I want to talk about because, like I said, I felt they were appropriate for me to readjust again. Jerry West, Clutch Player of the Year, 1 and 9.
Randy, are you
respectfully though? Respectfully.
What's that, Reese? I'm sorry.
Are you good with changing the logo, or would you?
I mean, sure, but again, I don't I think it's tough to say like Kobe because he passed. Because I'm like, now you got to think about Bill Russell, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so tough, bro. Like, if it wasn't going to be Mike, it's like, or unless we don't use the Shaq logo, the Dunk Man Shaq logo.
Nah, I'm thinking. So the reason why I'm saying Kobe just because he resonates more so with the generation going forward. Bill Russell, I think he's along the same lines of Jerry West.
Right.
Like,
sure.
That's the reason why I wouldn't go Bill Russell. Plus, Bill already got 2 awards. Like, Kobe
also, it's a logo.
Kind of even it out.
In reality, you could do a hybrid of players.
And I would prefer that, bro. Yeah, because in that case, you're gonna have to change the logo every 30 years or so, right?
You could just do a silhouette of players and be like, you know what I mean, and have the motions that they're doing, whatever it is, and just be like, this is this person. This.
I wouldn't be opposed to that yet. I don't think it should represent because one person isn't bigger than the league, right? So I think it's tough when you start to say one person because of this or that. And I mean, even like what Reed's talking about, like just with like the trophies, naming them after players. Now, granted, I think some trophies should be named after players for sure, but like for the most part, maybe it should be the Kia, whatever this sponsor is. Yeah, I think having a sponsor behind the trophy would be cool.
Right.
So yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough,
I got you. Yeah. I like the silhouette idea. Maybe if they could find some way to do it with the NBA 75, that'd be kind of cool.
And, you know what I mean? If you pick if you do 5, because actually I love what Freddie just said, that there's no one player that's bigger than the league. So if you do a silhouette of 5 players, all different positions, you know what I mean, and pull a player down, the top player from each position. Ooh, now we're getting, you know what I mean? Now it's a little, ooh, what we gonna do? I think that would be pretty cool.
I can see that. Okay. Well, I think that's actually a perfect transition on into the next segment. So I hope you all stay tuned and enjoy the highlights, ladies and gentlemen. I think you all shall enjoy them. I'm not going to as much, but Reese might, actually. It's the Celtics versus Lakers, so, you know.
Jesus Christ.
Now, Boston says that with a little bit of a hitch because Robert Williams close to coming and losing it inside, picked up by Jaylen Brown. Here come the C's into the road trip, and they had a win the last time they played in Detroit Sunday, winning by 7. In the corner, Beverly 3, and that's a loss last night here to the Clippers. They only scored 47 points in the first half. A 3, and they put Reeves on it. Shot clock at 5. Nice stroke by Brown. Reeves, swing is very in, Brown to hole. He's faking a 3. It's Davis has the second best 3-point shooting percentage in the league. Tatum into a thicket of defenders. Stockton is working into none. Pass is picked off by Reeves, a 2-on-1, the trailing James. Nice play in a scheme road trip. With Tatum working around the Cornet screen and driving right into the neutral zone by the Lakers. Tatum free. That's it there on the follow. There's James Power driving inside again. James has got the rebound, 3 minutes gone, 3-on-2, and it's off. 13-point first quarter for LA. Tatum 3 in this game. Steal by James, a glide right here. Jaylen Brown right into Anthony Davis. Brown, Griffin, Tatum 2. Right there, Beverly and Reeves, and the cutting James to Davis. Nice basket. Tatum trying to ward off Schroeder. And a 3 by Brown. That is good. James, another 3. Nope. Throws it inside to Davis.
Oh, what did Darvin Ham tell us? We really should have been 4-2.
Jaylen shooting 2 for 3. Your stars. And then doing that.
Clock single digits at 6. Westbrook and Smart. Here they go. He'll pop a 3. Brown the rebound. Couple defenders there with a sweet fadeaway. Reeves, 3-on-2 again. Walker into Brockton over. Clock at 7, 2.5 to play. The comes Jaylen Brown with Westbrook right there, and a second consecutive difficult shot made by Hauser off a screen, and he get a screen or attempted screen by Cornette, stolen by James. Here's a breakaway again.
There be all of it, and here he comes downhill once again.
Numbers, trailers, LeBron. James tonight has played 30 minutes. He averages 36. Tatum on him. Davis a screen. LeBron bulldozing. It didn't turn it over, and here's Westbrook for the Lakers. A three. Double with 10. Rebounds tonight. James. Brogdon there. Screen. Step back. Three. And over the last 9.5 minutes, 25-4. Tatum to the rack. Right into the row and a feed. And Smart. Shot clock at 1 off. And a three in the rim and out. And taken by Westbrook. Accelerates and tries.
Points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists.
James Davis. Westbrook. Trying to get to a trailer. Picked up by Tatum. Here come the Celtics. 4-on-1. Brown. Tatum up, down, and with Tatum the other way we go, and about halfway through, it's a James three. The block there, 5.5 to go. Shot clock at 5. Drives by Williams. Westbrook. Brown lost the ball. Westbrook at the other end. Williams with the three. Got it to go. Cornette is there. Anthony Davis.
Oh, man. There.
Over the left shoulder.
Tatum, step back three. Good. Off the 6. LeBron sizing him up, and the acceleration and the fadeaway. It's Smart to make it a 2-point game. Tatum against James. Tatum for the top. Going for the win. Overtime. Reeves, James, Davis with Westbrook and long
Rebound, but that was a big play.
It's Westbrook inside for 1-and-1. It's Westbrook into Cornette. He's got another one. Smart bumping into Reeves, takes it inside. The floater on Reeves falls. Smart feeds. Williams fires. Bucket of Westbrook. Tatum drives on Reeves. Step back, and that will three for the Lakers. And 2-7 overall. 3 Brown bullseye. Nailed one. He'll chisel his way on Reeves. Westbrook rejects it, takes it, and drives.
Try to go for a steal.
Reeves catches and fires a triple. Williams got a hand on it. Brown's got it, and the Celtics are going to win it in overtime in Los Angeles, and a terrific come-from-behind win. On the last game of a 6-game road trip, and the best team in the NBA survived.
All right, so I'm not gonna get too happy about that one. I mean, to be fair though, I told y'all they was up by a lot and they barely won. So good job, Reese.
And then the Lakers were up by a lot and lost.
So look, what we're gonna talk about for this next segment.
Uh-oh.
So what we're gonna talk about for this. Y'all were up for a lot longer and lost. I'm just saying. Anyways, so next segment.
I ain't gonna just catch it straight. I'm gonna shoot back. I'm gonna pull it out the armrest, and we gonna shoot back around here. Yeah, we going like that.
Uh-oh.
So look, top point guards of the NBA, right? Top point guards of the NBA. I don't have an exact 1 through 10, and the reason why I started scratching my head a little bit when I started listing off some of these boys, but I do have at least a tier system. And I'm going to just list off the first 10 names that I have, okay? Steph, Ja Morant, Luka, Dame, James Harden, Trae Young, Drew Holiday, CP3. This tough. This is where I started scratching my head, like all this stuff. Tyrese and De'Aaron Fox round out my top 10 personally. I do. It hurts to not mention Garland in that. but he's an honorable mention. Freddie, you did say that you were going to piss us off with your list. So just list it all. Actually, you know what? Let's save it. Reese, list yours.
I'm probably not going to have many names that are different to yours, so let Freddie go ahead.
No, Reese,
okay.
I'm going to just
Who was different? Who was different for yours?
Who was different from mine?
Yeah.
So I honestly have Halliburton up there.
I have him up there.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Well, you might as well list them off, though, so we know.
Yeah, I have him. He was 9. I listened to him at the end.
Okay, I got you, Freddie. So I'm going to just go ahead. So I got Luka, Steph, Dame, Trey, Harden, Garland, Halliburton, Fox, Russ, and Smart. I don't got CP3. Like, I understand who CP3 is as the point guard, but I do feel like he is not top 10 anymore. I just don't think he is anymore. Personally.
I hear you. Yeah. I get you. Freddie.
All right.
I hear you. I can respect that, Freddie. Who you got?
I'm a little irked right now, real quick. So one, Harden is a top 5 shooting guard of all time. We can't put him in a point guard list, bro. Can't do this, all right? It's cheating. I can't be set tripping up here, all right? So I'm saying all that to preface what I'm about to say, okay? He's not in my top 10 point guard list because he'll be in my top 10 shooting guard list. I just wanted to say that, all right? Now, you guys also did something that's very disrespectful, but you'll catch on to it once I name it. In my top 10 list, I have Steph, Luka, Ja, Damian Lillard, Drew Holiday, Darius Garland, Kyrie Irving, Trae Young, Tyrese Halliburton, and Russell Westbrook.
Okay, so Freddie, I will say Kyrie would be on my shooting guard list. And it's only because publicly at the presser, he goes, James Harden is the point guard of this team.
We can't do that, man.
That's it.
Kevin Garnett say he would listen.
That's the only reason, though. Freddie, don't yell at me. I was just saying.
Yeah, but man,
that's the only
what is
reason.
Tim Duncan, a power forward or a center?
You said who?
What is Tim Duncan, a power forward or a center?
Power forward.
Interchange.
Exactly. He's been listed as a center his whole career, but he's a power forward. So we know what position people come in as, man. He's listed as the best power forward ever, but he's listed as a center by roster every single year, bro. Come on, man. We basketball fans. Come on, man. Kyrie's a point guard, bro.
Okay, but Harden is averaging even himself. Okay, but Tyrese Maxey isn't a point guard, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is. What? He is a point guard. Yeah.
Even next to any other point guard on this list, Tyrese Maxey is a shooting guard.
He's a point guard, man.
Wow. Tyrese Maxey is a shooting guard. James Harden has played on the depth chart. He's been a point guard for 6 seasons.
Who?
That man.
But he's the top.
That man can be listed as a point guard. If you put him at the 2 guard, if you put him as a shooting guard, I hear you. You put him at a point guard, I hear you.
We're not
he was the point guard. I don't know what to tell you, Freddie.
But Freddie,
point guard for multiple seasons.
Question to you guys. Is LeBron James a point guard?
Okay, I got
What position does he play? What position does he play?
Is he a point guard?
I have a better question.
What position does he play?
Is he a point guard? Why would y'all?
Okay. You want me to pull up his depth chart? You want me to pull up his list?
Is LeBron James a point guard?
I'm basing it off your stats.
10 assists for the Lakers. Then he ran the point position. He ran the offense. Is Draymond Green a point guard?
No, he's a handoff man.
He facilitated Golden State's offense for 4 straight years during their run.
He's a handoff guard.
Steph Curry technically was a shooting guard. Is Steph Curry a point guard?
We had this conversation, Freddie. I personally feel like
man.
I think he's become one. I think he's become a better one now.
Is he
at the beginning? He was a shooting guard that transitioned over to point guard.
Is Steph Curry a shooting guard or point guard?
Steph right now is a point guard.
I'm talking.
Has he always been a point guard through his career?
But
no, not always.
When was he a shooting guard?
Right now, though.
When he was playing with Monte Ellis, and they were both combo guards.
Okay, so they both weren't point guards playing together. Oh, okay. So was Colin Sexton a shooting guard when he started alongside Darius?
Freddie, I guess I'm kind of confused what your issue is. For example, when you brought up LeBron James and says he a point guard, and I said no. If you look at what they're listed as, Bron's played how many seasons?
And
out of those, he has 2 of them listed as point guard. I'm not giving him a point guard. Can he be a point guard? Yes. But based on your logic, Jokic is also a point guard too. And that man is 6'10" and chubby as hell. He is not a point guard.
That's my point. Harden is a 2 guard who runs the offense.
I just said Harden played point guard for like 6 seasons.
Well, he's the 2 guard who runs the offense. Is Harden
the point guard that runs the offense? Max is the 2.
Let me answer this for me. Is he a top 5 shooting guard ever? Yes or no?
Ever?
Yes. Is he a top 5 shooting guard ever? Yes or no?
It's debatable.
Okay. So is he a top 10 shooting guard ever? Yes or no?
You can throw him in that list. We're talking about point in time right now, Freddie. He's a point guard. He plays like a point guard nowadays.
But his traditional position, I go by like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I guess. Well, no, I think that's what the discrepancy is. I think we're not talking like we're talking like
shooting guard. This is that weird world that we live in now, huh?
I think we're talking about what you're listing as the depth chart. But I thought what was interesting is none of us said Shy, who was technically
a shooting guard.
He's a shooting guard.
But he's at the depth chart. He's listed as a point guard. If you check NBA and ESPN's top stats right now, and filter it by point guard, he's listed as a point guard.
Right, but all of Shy's career.
So Shy's been in the league
and he's
5 seasons, and 3 out of the 5 he's been listed as a shooting guard.
And
but he's always by position played at the shooting guard position.
You said what, Freddie?
He's always played at the shooting guard position.
No, his first season he was a point guard, and then last year he was a point guard. But the 2 seasons in between,
alongside Giddey, he was a point guard. Come on, man.
Yeah, last season with the Thunder, he was considered a point guard.
So you keep looking at that, bro. I don't look at that because they're going to tell you whatever with that. Again, they said Tim Duncan was a center for the majority of his career. Tim Duncan was a power forward. So that's my point, bro. By position with this, like Kyrie, we know is a point guard. We know Fred VanVleet is a point guard. He's listed as a shooting guard right now. Like, all that stuff doesn't line up. Like, what is Giannis? Giannis came in as a small forward.
Yeah, he's a power forward.
He's definitely
right. Giannis came in as a small forward. He's legit switched over to a 4. Giannis is a 4. Giannis started off as a small forward, right? But we know that Kevin Garnett came in as a small forward, but he's transitioned over to a power forward. That's what we're talking about here. Tim Duncan
so your issue is you don't want to have James Harden because he's not called a point guard?
Because listen, he's universally known as a shooting guard. Since back to college, he was a shooting guard. He's
but you can also evolve though into a different player.
Right, but listen, bro. So in other words, Ben Simmons is not a point guard anymore. He's a power forward.
He should have always been a power.
I call him a point guard. He can still be a point guard.
Okay, but that's my point, bro. Like, I get what you're saying. He's just playing a different role, but he's still a shooting guard by nature, bro. That's his.
Yeah, we're not arguing that by nature, though. But like you're saying about Ben Simmons, so you're saying, okay, right. So if you're saying Ben Simmons is a point guard currently, what would that make Kyrie when Ben Simmons is on the court?
You can have more than one point guard on the court. That's why I'm confused by it.
We're talking about
Phoenix had 10 point guards back in the day with kids in them.
We're talking about point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward.
Again, bro.
So then how come James Harden can't be a point guard but Ben Simmons can?
What's up?
How come James Harden cannot be a point guard but Ben Simmons can?
Because Ben Simmons came in as a point guard, bro. What are you talking about?
So it's solely because he came in as a point guard.
And he's played Ben Simmons.
Even though he played center for LSU,
right?
Because you brought up college, right?
So in college, Ben Simmons was a center.
He was a.
What did he play for LSU?
He was drafted as a point guard.
What did he play at LSU? What did he play at LSU? You brought up James Harden in college.
Ben Simmons was an all-around player. There's a lot of most.
So now it's okay.
Was KD damn near not like similar to that as well? Like,
Freddie, you moving the goalposts on it.
I'm not though. What was Ben Simmons drafted as? For Philly, what was he drafted as?
Small forward.
You play too much. He was. What they had Markel Falls, him, all these injured. Yeah.
So that means that Ben Simmons can. So that means we can never classify Ben Simmons as a power forward. He will forever be known as a point guard for his NBA career. Is that what you're telling me?
There's a good chance. What I'm saying is this, bro. You act like Harden completely switched to like a spot. Harden is still a shooting guard who runs an offense. LeBron is a small forward. We don't ever say LeBron James is the point guard now. LeBron James' usage rate is higher than the majority of most point guards. We don't ever say LeBron James is a point guard. We've never went that route. But now we got to say,
actually, people
James
have
Harden
went
is
that
point
route.
guard.
Because, again, on the depth chart, he was listed as a point guard. If you've been on the depth chart listed more than, like multiple seasons, like 5-6 seasons, I can put you at that position. And again, I hear you on why you're saying why you have him on the shooting guard list, but I'm throwing him on the point guard list personally. So, honestly, it don't sound like we're gonna convince either.
We're not.
To the other side.
Freddie, you said that you was gonna make us mad. I think we made you mad, brother.
Well, no,
I think we did.
But y'all not. I'm giving y'all basic quality info, bro. If LeBron's not a point guard, why James Harden has to be a point guard? Because he runs the offense. He's a shooting guard. He's a top 5 shooting guard ever. Just like LeBron's the top 1 small forward ever. It's foolishness, man. KD's gonna be a point guard sooner or later now because he facilitates more. Was
KD listed as a point guard 6 seasons?
Huh?
Was KD listed as a point guard for 6 seasons?
So Tim Duncan's a center, then is my point. Tim Duncan has been listed as a center for the majority of his career. So if that's what we're going by, Tim Duncan is one of the greatest centers ever. And I guess that leaves Kevin Garnett to be the greatest.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Freddie. I've looked up a top 10 center list, and I didn't agree with it, but they had Tim Duncan as the top center because of probably this argument. And I agree it's foolishness.
And that's what I'm saying, it's foolish, right?
I agree with that.
Because we know Timmy's a power forward.
For clarification, Timmy's played basically half of his career as a power forward and half of his career as a center.
Okay.
So if you say he's the greatest power forward, like I can take that argument. I wouldn't put him as a center based on how he played. But if you say he's a center, I hear it because of how he was listed. But I list him as a power forward. Like if you tell me at the end of the day how will I list James Harden? Shooting guard, but how has he been playing over the last couple seasons as a point guard? So I mean, I'm talking about nowadays. Like we're not talking about end of time. So, but
I don't know.
So then, I mean, Freddie, it does sound like you're a little mad though. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not, bro. I just hate when people just I'm looking at the board right now and it says this, so I'm gonna say this. That's how a lot of people get caught. And I'm not saying you specifically, but that's how a lot of people get caught up in is misinformation and you know what I'm saying, just staring at the stat sheet and what the analytic people say who don't even watch basketball, just look at numbers at the end of the day. But the man's a shooting guard, bro. He's gonna be on my shooting guard list. It's pretty much what I was
I hear that. Like I say, I get it because again, he's played shooting guard and point guard. So I'm not gonna be a hypocrite if I can say the same thing for Timmy. I say the same thing for Harden. It's just my list. He up there. Real quick, LaMelo Ball, he wasn't mentioned. Why was he not mentioned? What can he do to get on this top list?
Play. He just ain't played. I mean, he play. I mean, seriously, he was just been out. That's what I was saying about my argument for my list. I just felt like I was talking about like current present time. We are 25 games into the season, or like a little bit more than that now. And these are the guys who are playing and are at the top of what I consider point guard.
Right, you gotta clarify
both times as they play the game of basketball currently. Don't want to hurt.
That's the disclaimer going forward. Every
gotta be a disclaimer, man.
I'm putting that there.
Throwing players in there. I respect it, bro.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I think that's enough of the top point guards. But stay tuned because we will be talking about, I guess, the top shooting guards. Y'all already know a couple of them. Just not on this episode. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. On this episode, y'all can watch the highlights though. Hope y'all enjoy it.
Cycling around for Poole. Better look for Steph. And he drops the bench, bring the energy like Kuminga and impact the game. Buddy Hield's been playing very well as of late and bottoms the jumper. Don't get discouraged from going to the rim, though. You might get tired watching these guys go up and down tonight, though. See the pacing as Miles Turner will get the bird. And then Steph gets it back and bottoms the three, and he's fouled with an opportunity. That's why you involve bigs and pick and roll. And Curry with a steal. Waiting for Poole, gathering and finishing. Steph in the corner, and a perfect three.
Will Jonathan Kuminga continue with that energy he's been bringing off the bench defensively?
Miles Turner, nice up and under. Michael made Heel take a tough shot. They're off iron, well defended there. Connell changed speeds nicely, laid it in. Last possession of the first. Ty Jerome floating it up and in.
But if you're turning the ball over, you're not helping your cause.
After in three, so this run can take Buddy Hield on the box. He didn't get an angle there, but that should be something the Warriors go to a lot. And Kuminga, one of the best benches in the league.
It's second in points off the bench.
Poole took a lot of contact. This is from deep. Moses Moody right off the bench and right in. Steph to show and go. We got Looney at double break. They're getting out. The 10 Warrior turnovers have just been lethal tonight.
There he is.
And Steph and Looney. Halliburton for three. Indiana just remember things like that.
Well, I think the matchup this game is Halliburton and Steph pretty much whenever he wants.
Curry deep three. On this quarter by 22 points. And Steph to end the half. He has been the Warrior offense, 27 and a half. Season, but there's a reason Clay doesn't play in the back-to-backs.
Yeah, Coach Kerr's like, come on, young legs.
But DiVincenzo spinning, elbow jumper, and Steph. Gets Looney on a switch. Into Smith. And that's well done. Taylor Smith.
Told you they needed him to kick in this quarter.
Gather it. Nice finish. And Fritz got 12. Kuminga missing that three. Rebound. Curry inside. Foul as he puts it on it, but that are knocked away. Indiana running with friends. Halliburton to the rim.
Stay right as
Jordan Poole back in. Ty Jerome. Getting it to Moody. Jordan Poole deep three. 25. Cut it to three. And Indiana scored 8 straight. And
that was a good call, actually.
Miles Turner rimming it home. He's got a piece.
Turnovers have really been tough to overcome.
The points off turnover. 10-point game. Poole. Mather in again. Fouled. Michael Green again. He made another one to make it a 5-point game. Nembhard. Jordan Poole. And tips up. They may adjust that later. Halliburton. They kept playing it for the ring stops together. Halliburton driving again. Halliburton. Jordan Poole, pretty clever inside. He gets Poole floating and finishing. Halliburton to a cutting Nembhard. The handoff to Turner. That is just textbook. Corner three, and they're not going away. Doesn't have to be a three, but it'd be good if it went down. And Nembhard at three. Nembhard to put it in. So he did everything. So this will be another game where the Warriors were within 5 inside 5 minutes, and they come up short. And on the road, I believe that'll be.
All right, we are back. So look, y'all know how this goes. It's close to the end of the show. But before we go, we got some Would You Rathers. That actually kind of rolled really nicely, and that was off the cuff too. Very impressive. So we're gonna go straight on into them because it's the Christmas edition. That's right, the Would You Rathers. Fellas, I'm gonna just ask you this real quick, right? And this just real quick. Which game is the most exciting to you? Just give the answer. Between the Grizzlies, Warriors, Philly, Knicks, Bucks, Celtics, Lakers, Mavs, Suns, Nuggets.
Bucks, Celtics.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to say the same. That's my life.
Okay. I can respect that.
Most exciting is because you have the best player in the league going up against who was considered the #1 MVP candidate. It should be the most exciting, and it's kind of like a Eastern Conference semifinal rematch.
At least you know who the best player is in the league.
I do know who the best player in the league is, Freddie.
Okay.
Curry. All right, so let me ask you this, because Freddie, you mentioned something about money earlier. Which game are y'all least likely to put money on?
That whatever game Nuggets are playing in. Oh, the Suns Nuggets.
They're playing against the Sun.
Yeah. Not putting no
Freddie, how about you?
You talking about like building a parlay? Not building a parlay for that game. But you talking about who gonna win the game? I'll probably throw 5 on Phoenix, I guess. Maybe. I don't know.
I'll probably say I'm least likely to put money on the Knicks and Philly because I really don't know who's gonna win that game.
Okay, I got you. Plus, you got emotional ties to it. You want to enjoy the game. I can respect that. I'm too nervous. Fellas, who's most likely to have 50 points from one player? Which game?
Luka.
Milwaukee.
Yeah. Oh shit. I was gonna say Luka.
Y'all just about to do y'all dirty. Y'all just about to fuck y'all up.
That's crazy. Because I'm just saying, like, well, a lot of people like to go off at Madison Square Garden, so I thought someone was going to say the Knicks. Maybe Joel might want to get one.
Embiid could go. Damn, we have a couple 50 pieces.
A good point, because people love to wild out in Madison Square Garden, but everybody get their career high and all that. Cool, but Giannis about to do y'all filthy, bro.
I feel that.
And then he gonna go to the podium and talk about, be all humble, like he's just trying to be as good as Jason Tatum and all this nonsense.
I'm surprised no one mentioned the Grizzlies, because remember, Steph is probably going to be out, and they going to have, like, they teeth ready, sharpened, and hungry. So
I think it's going to be a smoke
show to be ready.
I don't think he's going to play all 4 quarters.
That's possible, too.
Gonna smoke their boots, bro.
That is possible, too. So maybe Desmond Bane or JJ. Who knows? Hey, that'd be interesting. All right. Surprising Christmas Day loss.
Wow.
I guess it would be Phoenix losing to the Nuggets.
I'll say the Warriors beating Memphis, right?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because with Steph not playing, I got you.
Yeah. I'll say Warriors beating Memphis. Anthony Lamb going off at 35.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's biased by me. He Rochester.
I might say Warriors just because Steph.
He Rochester kid. I'm being biased.
That's a good one, Freddie. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I'm saying it just because of Steph. Okay. Now, would you rather Grizzlies versus Warriors? Who y'all going with? Main reason, 15 seconds. Reese, we starting with you.
Grizzlies, because they'll be healthy.
That was... You got anything else? You got about 10 seconds left. Freddie.
Is this Christmas based or just?
Yeah, for Christmas.
Oh, Grizzlies. Yeah, Grizzlies.
Okay. Fellas, I think both of y'all are wrong. Jordan Poole's about to get saucy out there, and don't sleep on Klay Thompson. Okay, listen. Hear me out. On Christmas Day, it's bright lights. Expect Klay to have a solid 35-point game. I ain't gonna put money on it, but just know.
Ja Morant asked for this game.
Yeah, and you know he be wanting all the smoke.
He does.
Well, see what they just did to Giannis, man. They beat Giannis by 60.
And well, I mean, so look, the Warriors are going to have to play a lot better because Steph is out. So they're going to try a little harder. You're going to see a little extra. Let's see how that shakes.
Hey, but the great philosopher Aubrey Drake Graham once said, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. The theory is brilliant. And if you ain't got Steph,
to be fair, they did just win the championship last season. So I feel like they do have it at least a little bit. But someone who don't have it, at least has not shown it thus far. Philly versus Knicks, 2 teams that have it. Who y'all got though for Christmas Day?
Philly.
Hey man, NY till I die. You think I'm on national television? You think I'm?
Oh, wait.
So we know. Look, Freddie, blink twice if you don't think we can go in.
I gotta put my shades on. I don't want to get caught on guard. Hold on, let me put my shades on. Hold on, man. I don't want y'all to catch me slipping. I don't want to blink twice by mistake.
Reese, you said Philly. What's the main reason why the Knicks? Oh no, what would be the reason that the Knicks do win?
Wait, no, I said Philly was gonna win.
Yeah. I'm saying like what would be the reason why the Knicks beat Philly for you?
Oh, Joel Embiid twists his ankle the first quarter and doesn't play for the rest of the game.
Okay, I got you, Freddie. What does it take for Philly to beat your Knicks?
Why you ain't do it the other way around, huh? I'm a Knicks fan. Nah.
You said Knicks, so why would I say why you choose Knicks? I'm assuming it's
because
biased.
I know why we
don't
win. No, it'll just take. Listen, it'll take for their stars. They have 2 superstars, so their superstars play at the top level. One of those guys is gonna go off for a classic MSG night. So, yeah. So if Harden goes off for a 30-point triple-double, or if Embiid go off for a 45-piece with 15 boards, superstars then superstars on Christmas night in MSG.
I got you. Okay. All right. Well, speaking of superstars, Reese, I know you're looking a little sad right now, so this one's gonna cheer you up. Bucks versus Celtics. Now, I think y'all all know where some of these people are gonna go. So, Reese, go ahead and say who you're gonna choose.
Ain't gonna catch me slipping either. 6 C's, baby. Straight like that. Over point triple-double from your guy, JT. Mock my words. Straight like that.
So that's his reason why the Celtics will win. JT gets a triple-double. Freddie, Bucks, are they beating the Celtics?
Giannis is about to have an all-time night because they're both going to be healthy. And you know what Giannis likes to do against competition. He likes to prove a point and then go to the podium and be super humble.
Grizzlies want competition?
Yeah, but listen.
60 and a half.
All right, brother, it's my time. You had your 15 seconds. Should have used it more wiser. So listen, Giannis on the national stage, on TV, Christmas Day, he got to be away from his family, his kids. He gonna F y'all up, brother. He gonna F y'all up.
Okay.
He gonna overcharge for what y'all did to the cold press, bro.
So look.
Last year.
Answer this then. If you had to put any amount of money that Jason Tatum is going to outduel Giannis, how much would you put down, Freddie?
Jason Tatum.
I would not bet $1 on that.
How much would you put down, Freddie?
I would not bet a single dollar on that. I'm not even being funny. I wouldn't.
Not a single is
because
wild.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think,
so Reese.
No, not.
How much money are you throwing down that Jason Tatum will outduel Giannis?
How much money?
Yeah.
Can I send you my check now?
Please. I'll match it.
Put the whole thing on.
With Giannis.
Because what are we defining as a output?
Hey, Reese, we can make a bet, man.
Giannis is
we have a bet right. Hey, we have a bet, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. I'll step away.
No, hold on. Giannis is gonna have more rebounds. Like I'm gonna get it right. He's gonna have more rebounds.
Giannis is gonna win. Giannis is gonna score more points. Giannis is gonna have probably more assists.
So
now, probably not more assists, but points, rebounds.
So we're gonna go points and assists. Points, assists, and a W.
And points. Points, rebounds, and W.
Points and rebounds? Yes. I don't want to include rebounds. He averaged like 13. Jason Tatum don't average.
Gotta include rebounds.
That sound like a you problem, my guy.
Include rebounds.
Sound like a you problem.
Rebounds, they're chained.
Tatum
you gotta include defensive stats too.
Tatum shoots more threes.
Okay. So what is that? So that attributes.
So he should score more points. He shoots more threes, and same
threes do count more than 2. And Jason Tatum has been pretty efficient. Pretty much, Reese. It sounds like you're not.
He's scared.
You're not too keen on Jason Tatum outdoing Giannis.
I'm gonna put trades $20 on it. What's up?
Huh?
Okay. How about this? How about this? Whoever has the most fantasy points, that's the barometer. That's the fairest way to compare.
I'm gonna put trades $20. Freddie, you want to shake my hand now? Okay, there it is.
Let me get in the camera now. Let me get it together.
There it is, right there. I'm putting trades $20. So trade.
Hey, Trey, we passing your money around like a
way to Danny Ainge the situation, Reese. Way to Danny Ainge the situation. I see what you did there. All right. making bets on get a bucket. I like it. Friendly wages.
Brad Stevenson.
We start betting something a little less like, next time. That's all I'm asking.
Got a dirty.
They bet Mountain Dew, cases of Dew. I just feel like we should find something that we could bet that don't really, ain't a clean handoff. That's all I'm saying.
I got you.
Fair enough.
All right. This next one might be a little tough, so I don't know how y'all
got another one. Okay.
Lakers, Mavs. Who y'all going with?
Lakers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Lakers too. I'm gonna go with the Lakers too. The Mavericks are low key falling apart. Nobody's been talking about it.
I don't have any reason to bet against the Lakers in any game. I think they're supposed to win every game they play. So it's tough for me to pick any specific game that,
Okay.
If I'm being honest.
Our big three should be able to beat them, so I do feel y'all on that. Mavs are a little disappointed this year.
Very
tough. All right, last one, final one, fellas. Nuggets, Suns. Is it a sunny day?
Book goes off for 38. CP3 is finally back into regular season form, and the Suns win by 12.
Okay. Oh, I thought Reese left because we talked about D-Book. He felt some type of way. I was like, dang, that's kind of...
Might be the case.
He wanted to show off his tattoo.
Wow, yeah, he really froze up.
Yeah.
Well, I know he's going to rave about Devin Booker anyways. That's his guy. But they've been a little tricky lately, so I got to wait. Oh, he's back. He's back.
You look grainy.
Yeah, my fault.
Okay, bet. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
Okay, bet. All right, so look, we got back to technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Freddie was talking about you. He said you was getting your hair done. So look, Suns versus Nuggets. That's
I didn't say that. Why you lying to me, man? Don't be lying to me, man.
I'm gonna see the tape.
I ain't say that, man.
I'm gonna
try to sneak a quick one in there, bro.
You didn't say what?
Quick one in there.
Freddie, you didn't say what?
I ain't say that, man.
I was hoping he was gonna say it. I could audio it in. So look, Reese.
Wow, man.
So Reese, who you got? Suns and Nuggets.
Nuggets for the same reason that I chose the Lakers over the Mavs. The Suns are falling apart.
You think?
Okay.
I know the Suns are falling apart.
Really? What makes you think that? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, hey, look, I was gonna say we give a quick little spiel.
DeAndre Ayton ain't wanted to be there from the beginning of the season. Jay Crowder still ain't playing. Cam Johnson ain't gonna be playing. Chris Paul is looking like a shell of himself since he's come back from his injury. Mikal Bridges can't dribble the ball and get his own bucket. Devin Booker is their literal only hope. I'm going to go with Jokic over D-Book.
You want to bet some money on that? Or you want to bet something on that?
I don't got no money, Freddie. That's why I'm betting trade money. Come on, man.
Hey, what you want to bet? Probably, I don't know.
Well, we can put the push-ups on it. 20 push-ups. I'll bet that.
Push-ups, all right, man. That's money, too. That's currency as well, Billy. Push-ups is always currency.
What? Okay.
Loser got to run a mile.
Run a mile?
No. Just tell you I got a toe surgery, I'm going to run.
I'm about to say, the only place I run to is the ATM.
Trey Shady, man. Trey Shady, bro. I got bandage wraps on my toes, man.
That's messed up, Trey. That's messed up.
If I show you the orthopedics I got on right now.
That's messed up, Trey.
Word.
I thought, you say he didn't want to bet money. So, I mean, I don't know. But, so you got Reese for Nuggets, Freddie for Suns. And y'all bet was, just for clarification,
20 push-ups.
20 push-ups. All right.
20 push-ups.
I feel like he gonna need his feet for 20 push-ups too for Reese though. But I mean, I guess we'll see how
he can do that. He can do the ankle on ankle thing. You don't need both your feet.
Ankle on ankle thing.
But you still need 1 foot though.
When you cross it, you don't need both. Wait, you got orthopedics on both your feet?
I got double, bilateral.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, Freddie,
get off here and I'm going to elevate again.
Pull up. 20 pull up.
You gotta walk to the bar.
20 dips. 20 dips. 20 dips. I gotta walk to the bar.
Trey a messed up dude, man.
Yeah, man. I'll do 20 dips, man. I don't know.
He ain't gonna be able to do. He gonna be able to do by Christmas. That's 2 weeks.
2 weeks, man.
Hey, look,
9 days.
We'll find out. We'll find out something to do. We'll find
God
out
bless
something
y'all, man.
wise. Fellas, I greatly appreciate y'all for tuning in, though. Hope y'all have a wonderful Christmas. Because we won't be talking until afterwards, but at least meet this way until afterwards. So, but do y'all have anything you want to say before we close up shop?
Hey man, happy holidays. That's it.
Fred, you got anything you want to say?
Nope.
Bro, with Freddie, we used our 15 seconds but once.
Right.
All right. Well, I hope y'all all have a wonderful holidays and tune in next time. Take care.
Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.
The Celtics down to the Magic. Quietly, the Magic.
Ass, though.
When you talking about the Knicks being on a 5-game win streak, the Magic are on a 4-game win streak coming in Boston.
Oh, Freddie, why you ain't saying nothing about your team? Your team is kind of deep right now.
My roster? Oh, I always told you, yeah. Our team is crazy.
And y'all.
But I didn't want to get off topic, Trey, like Reese did.
No, I'm talking about. I'm talking about after. I'm talking about after the fact.
Well, yeah, we was talking about West. Reese went to the East Coast. I didn't want to start that whole thing. We'd have still been talking about it right now. You know how I feel about my Knicks. I told you our depth is what's going to get us far this year.
Freddie, y'all so deep. Y'all sitting folk and still competing.
Yeah, I'm need y'all to get up off of D Rose and Cam Reddish like right now.
And
that's a whole fact. Definitely are sitting cats.
The Lakers could benefit from having D Rose, Evan Fournier, and Cam Reddish. You realize that, right, Trey?
Like, dog.
All 3 of them, literally, and the Knicks are just not playing them. DNPs.
Facts.
He's gonna show AD missing.
Oh, we got the Celtics on 2 highlights? We'll take that. That's a win. Don't care
Merry
about
Christmas, Reese.
Don't care about the loss, because that's a win. Yes.
That is shady.
So when did the Celtics become the butt of jokes on this show? Is it my fault?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
If it's my fault, then I'll take that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's the MVP thing? Losing?
Back-to-back and 1 plays.
Oh.
Willing his team to a victory, MVP.
Oh, they losing right now?
Right. We lost Trey.
No, we ain't lose, Trey.
We can't do the show without
shit. We can't do the show.
Trey. We can't do the show. Hey, look, Freddie. All right, everybody. Well, looks like Freddie and I will be taking it from here.
Right. Trey, man, get back before we hijack his show. Yeah, I'm trying to see who I want. So
I'm weak as hell.
Oh, he back.
They said, all right, well, I guess we got to run it.
I'm mad he heard us. I didn't know he could hear us.
I knew he could hear us.
In the background.
Listen, Trey, if I had control of the banners, I would have ran one. I ain't gonna lie.
Rob Williams got me still in my block. That's what's up.
Told you.
I was going to put hands on him if he didn't. I was going to kick him in that knee.
Kick him in that knee is crazy. Freddie, you are choosing over your money, dog.
Yeah, I'm a leg breaker, bro. I need my money. I'm going to break your leg, bro.